So doing these things is so easy. So this is exactly what they've done. They've picked up half my sentence and presenting to the world as though I'm saying that every Muslim should be a terrorist.
Okay.
So what happens that this is how the media tries to malign people who are popular and are trying to spread peace. And I'm aware that there are certain young Muslims in different parts of the world who are being misguided by certain elements. And they are being told that you should spread terrorism, it will be good for you, it's good for the religion. My speeches actually prevent such misguided people to go on the wrong path. In fact, I'm very unequivocal that Quran says clearly in Surah Ma'idah, chapter number 5, verse number 32, that if anyone kills any other human being, whether it be Muslim or non-Muslim, unless it be for murder or for spreading corruption in the land, it is as though he has killed the whole of humanity. And if any person saves any other human being, it is as though he has saved the whole of humanity. So Quran is very much clear and unequivocal that killing any innocent human being is as though you have killed the whole of humanity. And I said this many times, that any Muslim killing any innocent human being, whether it be a Muslim or non-Muslim, it's totally unacceptable in Islam.
So another statement which came into limelight and created quite a few disturbances was the Sunday Times alleged that you support bin Laden and you blame George Bush for the 9/11 hijackings and call it an inside job. Sir, if you actually mentioned it, do you have any proof for such kind of a claim?
These two statements have been taken from two different video clips of mine. And very often I'm asked by the questioners after my talk and by journalists that what are your views regarding bin Laden? And I always say that if I have to give my judgment based on what I see in BBC and CNN, I'll have to agree that bin Laden is a terrorist. But the Quran says in Surah Hujurat, chapter number 49, verse number 6, that whenever you get a message, you check it up before you pass it to the third person. So based on this verse of the Quran, I cannot say anything, condemn anyone, unless I've got sufficient proof.
Okay.
So therefore I say, I don't know bin Laden personally. Neither do I consider him a terrorist, neither do I consider him a saint. I say, I don't know. And that's the same question. Suppose the UK government today, if they arrest bin Laden, and before he undergoes the trial, suppose they put him to trial in the High Court or the Supreme Court, and before the trial takes place, if the Home Secretary, Theresa May, she asks the judge of the High Court or the Supreme Court judge that what are your views regarding bin Laden? Do you consider him to be a terrorist? What do you think will his reply be? But naturally he'll say, I don't know. He will say, let the trial take place. You place the evidence. I'll verify the evidence. I'll cross-examine. Let the cross-examination take place. Then I'll give my verdict. Because he is a responsible person. He cannot just say, okay, fine, I have seen on BBC, I have seen on CNN. Why should there be a trial? Just put him to gallows. In a democratic country. So this is how a person who's responsible, who has a very high post, will behave. And this is exactly what I do. Because I know I've got more than 100 million people following me. I've got a large fanship. I cannot say anything. So when I say I don't know, if the Home Secretary is condemning me, so tomorrow if they arrest bin Laden, and before the trial takes place, if the Supreme Court judge says, I don't know, I think she'll even deport him, saying that why is he supporting bin Laden? He's not supporting bin Laden. This is how a logical person, because in democracy you have to give everyone a chance. So I'm not saying bin Laden is a terrorist, neither am I saying he's a saint. I say I don't know. At the same time, those people who have sufficient proof, and those people who are convinced with the proof, if they say, fine, they can say. But why should I repeat? Why should anyone force some of their thought down my throat? So just because I say I don't know, that does not mean I'm supporting bin Laden.
Okay.
But in the same breath, I also say, whoever has done the 9/11, whoever the person is, that person is to be condemned. And that person is wrong. Whoever has done the 7/7 bombing in London, where more than 50 people were killed, he is to be condemned. Whoever has done the serial bomb blast in Bombay on 11th of July, where about 200 people were killed, those people should be condemned. I am condemning the act. I cannot take the name because I don't know who did it. Regarding the second part of the question, that I have said that 9/11 was an inside job, done by George Bush himself. This is in reply to a question that was asked to me after one of my talks that took place in 2006. The topic of my talk was, is terrorism a Muslim monopoly? And after my talk, there's a questioner who poses a question that, do you consider 9/11 to be an inside job? And in reply I said that there was an article that came in Times of India on the 7th of September 2006. The title of that article was 75 professors believe 9/11 was an inside job.
Okay.
And in the article was mentioned that 75 professors and scientists, they claim that 9/11 was an inside job, and a few warmongers in the White House, in order to invade and take possession of the oil-rich countries, have planned this. So it was a report that came in Times of India. And furthermore, there are many documentaries available, like Loose Change, 9/11 Fahrenheit, and many documentaries which give